Hey everybody, what's up? Welcome back to Donkeys and Demos. You're here with the kid, Jeremy Vareo. In today's video, we're going to do a whole lot of speculation on the new Line 6 announcement. Stick around. All right, guys, we're going to keep this one short and sweet. Well, maybe not. But Line 6 is about an hour away from making their announcement, and they're doing their live stream of the 10-year anniversary of the Helix platform. And anyone that knows my story with the Helix knows that I was a huge detractor of the unit for a long time. When it first came out, first couple of years, just was not into it at all. Didn't like it, didn't like the tones, was just not a big Line 6 fan. I was a big Kemper guy at the time. I was using the Fractal X8, I think it was called as well. And I came to get to know Frank Richot and some of the guys at Line 6 via the gear page, music forum. People were still doing forums back then. And I had heard some stuff that came out, I think it was around firmware 2.5, somewhere around there, that really kind of changed my thoughts and opinions on what I was hearing out of the unit. So I said, heck with it, and I took a chance on the Helix LT when that dropped. And instant fan. I don't know, once I finally got hands on it and lost some of my Line 6 bias that I had over the years, and really just took some time to play the unit and feel it out. And not only that, seeing the community that was being built around it and seeing all the input that like Eric and Ben and Frank, the hands-on they took with getting onto the forums, interacting with their customers, interacting with potential customers and musicians. It was very cool to see. It was a nice thing to see a company do. So, you know, fast forward, I ended up getting a full-on Helix, a Helix rack and controller. I've got the HX Stomp, the Stomp XL. Like, I went all in on Helix. I've been using the Helix platform for gigging. I tour in multiple good-sized tributes all over the country. I've gone out of the country with it as well. And even when I do like an AC/DC tribute, I have literally the world's most expensive tuner with my HX Stomp XL as literally just functioning as my tuner. I take it for fly rigs as well, or fly dates rather, and I just will run into the return of a backline amp if I have to, or if I don't like what is being provided for the gig. But I digress. I would say in the last 7 years, I've not done a gig without some sort of HX platform device on the stage. So to say that I kind of went all in on using the Helix would be an understatement. I use other things as well, but I just absolutely love the Helix platform. With that said, and the announcement that's happening today and the show that they're having today over in Calabasas, it's 10 years old, right? Yes, it still sounds great. It sounds amazing. But at a decade in our industry and in tech and in gear, unless it's a tube amp that's going to go vintage, 10 years is a long time to be on the same platform. And whereas the guys have clearly shown that there's still room for updates and there's still room for improvement on the amp models and functionality of the device, it doesn't change the fact that now Helix is behind its contemporaries and its peers, right? When you have things like Tone-X, which is comparable to the HX Stomp, right? So you look at those size things. You've got Tone-X, and you've got the Kemper Player, and you have the Nano Cortex. Every one of those devices runs multiple effects. They run presets. They run MIDI. They all capture, unlike the HX units. And that right now, I don't care what anyone says, that right now is a huge detractor for a lot of people coming new into modelers and seeing what's available. The others have Bluetooth. They've got wireless control. So this is now time to start all the speculation and what I think is going to come out in the announcement for today and what they're going to unveil at the Calabasas meeting. So, one, I have already said on the forums or on the Facebook groups, I will bet one of my kids, and it's a safe bet because they're 22 and 25, nobody wants them. They just want gas money and they want you to pay their bills. But anyway, I will bet one of my kids that a new flagship platform will be unveiled. My prediction is going to be that they will have a rack unit. They will have, that will function as an interface, just like Helix said. They'll have a rack unit, they'll have a full-fledged floor unit, and they will have a micro device like the Nano Cortex size or the Kemper Player. In my opinion, they have to do this. They're not being bullied into it by their peers, but it is time. Everyone has shown their cards. Kemper Mark II is coming up with their new, whatever they're going to do for their modeling. The Nano Cortex is out. I assure you Tonex will be doing a flagship floor thing soon, but Line 6 has seen everyone's offering. It's time for them to put out their modeling and capturing. They have it. I know they have it. They've had it for a couple of years, so their ability to do it, but it makes sense now for them to release this. This will, and I believe, and I bet my kids on it, the reason Eric and folks keep saying they're not releasing Helix 2 is it will not be called Helix. They're not lying. This will not be part of the Helix ecosystem. They will have a new name. Maybe it's Genesis, maybe it's Polaris, maybe it's something super cool. Maybe it's the Jeremy platform, which would be fucking awesome. But it's time. What I believe we'll see is all the same functionality that we had. It will be an interface. It will be a fantastic interface. I don't believe the full floor will have a pedal, and I'll tell you why. It is a really big unit, and when you look at cardage and you look at travel and all these things, I think they would be smart to not have a full pedal on there. I think that most people don't mind spending $100 on a pedal or expression pedal or two. So I think the floor unit will have all the switches. I do not believe it will have a touch screen, and I will tell you why. Bluetooth on your phone, people are plenty fine with. The interface of Helix works just fine. Fractal doesn't use touchscreen. Tonex doesn't use touchscreen. Nobody cares about the Kemper not having it. People just hate the Kemper display, but nobody cares about it not really having a touchscreen. They're there for the tones. They're still selling Kempers. Line 6, it will be Bluetooth enabled so that you control it with your phone or iPad. I do believe that. Obviously, it'll have more processing power. Now, they will release their modeling. I believe that. I don't know if it'll be NAM based or if it will be something proprietary like Kemper did. I do hope it doesn't have to be hooked up to a computer like the Kemper will have to with its new update for Mark II. Making Tonex captures sucks. It's a fucking awful experience. Making NAM profiles sucks. It's an awful experience. And I hope they don't go that way, and I'll tell you why. They have put time into getting their marketplace set up, so I believe that in that ecosystem as well, they will do it in such a way that they're able to sell their own amp packs, which I think is smart. People don't start complaining about it. It's smart that they can sell them in their marketplace in such a way that folks can't steal them, unlike with Kemper and NAM and Tonex. I make profiles for the Kemper, and I know people buy a pack and give it to all their buddies, and it's irritating, but it is what it is. That is theft. And I think that it also opens up the door for a safer space for creators to be able to sell on the platform as well. And then you get some of these big guys like Tone Junkie, like me, like Tone Wars, like Starlacci, all these guys that are able to profile. Now they're up on the marketplace and they're selling official stuff for Line 6. It makes a whole lot of sense for Line 6 to have them be able to be locked into the unit just like my presets are and Jared's presets are from Tone Wars, or when who are those guys that make Ownhammer, when they make impulse responses, they're locked into your account and you can't share those out with people because, again, you're stealing from the creators. So that's what I believe. It will not have a touch screen. If it does, I don't care. I hope it doesn't, to be honest with you. I don't like the touch screen on the Cortex. So it'll be Bluetooth enabled. There'll be an app you control it on your phone. I believe they'll have a marketplace and an app, the style of the Cortex app that Quad Cortex has or Neural has. They will have the three formats. They'll have the small player style, HX stomp size. They will have the floor unit, and they'll have the rack with a footboard. And I do believe those will all be announced today. They will not discontinue the Helix. They will continue to support it as long as they can squeeze stuff into there, which I think is amazing. There is no reason to alienate Helix users. There is no reason for them to turn off that base that they have built. They've done an amazing job building up a very loyal base around Helix. So to abandon that platform totally would be foolish on their part, and I believe they know that. But again, if any of you wants one of my kids, and this is a joke, for God's sake, just calm down. But if this doesn't happen today, I don't know, I'll do some sort of giveaway on my channel to someone. I'll pick a random viewer and I'll give you something cool from my arsenal that is actually worth having. I will pick a very cool piece of gear and give it away to someone if those things are not announced today, or at least the flagship platform is not announced. So you heard it here. So do me a favor, comment below. Let me know what your speculation is. Let me know what you think is going to be announced in the next hour or two, and then let's go ahead and watch and see if I'm wrong, as my wife tells me I'm very, very inclined to be. But yeah, anyway, hope you dug the video. Hope you, and if you didn't, I don't, whatever. Leave some comments below. Let me know what you think about the live stream. Let me know what you think speculation is. We've got an hour to go. Let me know what you think they're going to announce today as far as the future of Line 6 hardware and software. And then, yeah, really looking forward to seeing what they come out with. And we will talk soon. Thanks for coming by. Hit the subscribe button. Knock it off. Don't be watching videos and not subscribing. Hit the button. Let's go. Bye.